Good morning, guys. This is Jeremy with I Kill Orchids, and I am out here. I have been working my primary business, which is a marketing company, very heavily through some growing pains the last couple of weeks, and so I haven't gotten to spend a whole lot of time with you guys, and I've been exhausted, and because it's included a change in my schedule, blah blah blah, whole thing. But I'm out here this morning just checking on all of my plants. This is my Dendrobium stratiotes you're looking at. And I just kind of wanted to look at some different things with you guys and say hey and check in and talk to you about some of the things I've got going on here. There's somebody in bloom. Hi, beautiful yellow. This was a grocery store throwaway. They were getting ready to throw him away. It had one bloom on it, and as you can see, he's decided he's going to go ahead and continue growing more buds out of his spike. So he's just sitting here being a grocery store rescue until he's done blooming, and then he can be repotted. So anyways, some of the things you guys are going to see here, I will show you, like this guy. This is Ron Rippling's Delight. He's an Oncidium type, and he's in a net basket and frequently sets in some water. And you will see this with a lot of my plants, that they are in net baskets. And I don't have any outside right now, but sometimes I will do like this guy. If they need a little bit more water to hold in their, keep moisture, if they're higher moisture loving plants, I'll put them in a pot like this. I mean, this particular guy is not like that, but just for example, I'll repot them in a net pot, and then I will set them inside of a pot like this because it kind of helps retain moisture. But the nice thing about a net pot is, especially if you're doing a lot of plants, they're really inexpensive. You can get them at a hydroponics place, but you can still see pretty much what's going on with their root systems. Which you're not going to see much on any of mine because a lot of them have been recently repotted. But you can see what's going on with their root systems and how they're growing. And then, like this Ron Rippling's Delight, especially in the summer, this guy has actually gone bonkers by me setting him, and he's actually low on water. Like, he usually has about a ½ inch of water. He's potted in orchids bark. And since I've done this, his new growth, well, it's right here in the front. His new growth has taken off. His pseudobulbs are nice and plump and happy. He's just a really, really happy plant. So, but this gives me the flexibility. If I need to take him out of that and get it dried out, it will happen quickly in a net pot. But at the same time, if I need to keep him moist like right now, it's very easy to do. So you will find that with a lot of my plants. A lot of them are planted in net pots. This is Pacific Paranoia. This was a Calipana orchid. Pacific Paranoia, other side of cool. Very amazing plant. I love this plant. It's beautiful when it blooms. It's very fragrant. And he lives in a net pot. He gets watered during the summer. I'm watering him about every other day, just a little bit of water, and doesn't usually set in water, but he seems to be just absolutely thriving again in a net pot with water every other day, sitting outside in the summer. So I say outside, he's in our screened patio, and everything is supplemented with lights because, as you can see, we are surrounded by trees. It is like living in a treehouse. So anyway, those are just some of my little guys here. One that I'm kind of excited about is my Stenocarene Areifulva. He is, let me pull him out here. I don't know if you can see this. I hope you can. He is spiking and getting ready to bloom. Let me pull him out over here to make it a little easier to see. So he's getting ready to bloom. They're so tiny. Here, I'm going to try this because the fan is just blowing him around. So let me try this. There he is. This is his spike. And as you can see, my fingers behind it, these just itty bitty. But he's doing really, really well. He started to spike he got about this far 2 months ago, and ended up bud blasting because we were moving and just all kinds of things. So anyways, this is just kind of these are my plants that like it outdoors. All of these guys are grocery store rescues. They're my grocery store freebies. Some of them have decided to continue growing their spikes out and adding on buds. So they're, just doing their thing. They're just hanging out here until I can get to a point where I can repot them. But you can see, like, they've got insane root systems on them. These are just, like I said, grocery store throwaways, and they've got insane root systems on them. Most of my phals, my personal collection phals, this guy needs to be repotted very badly, but you can see he's got new growth on him. I've got a little Dendrobium kingianum here he was a keiki that was given to me. He's growing really well. I like to brag on my plants, and I like to show them off. So this is a little experiment I've got going on. This was a Dendrobium cane that broke off of a plant that I got. And what's funny is it looks terrible. It looks really, really terrible. But see that little nub on there? It's kind of hard to, there it is. That little nub right on the side of it. I mean, the cane looks like it's dying. It's in terrible shape. It's been in this cup with sphagnum moss, and I just keep it really wet. When it gets really dry outside, I put a plastic bag over it to kind of hold the humidity in. But that little nub right there is actually a new growth starting on this. I'm guessing it's going to end up being a keiki. I don't see any reason that it would be a spike, but it continues to grow over the last week and a half, just a little bit every day. So like I said, it was a total experiment. This thing has no roots. It's just a disaster. But here it is, showing the resilience of a lot of orchids and what they do. And he's starting to grow something. So, I'll keep you guys posted on him, but it's just kind of fun to see what's going on and play with stuff like that. Like I said, it was just a total accident. It happened. It was what it was. And I was just curious. It's like, let's try an experiment here. And this little guy is actually trying to continue growing. So, really cool how orchids work. I love that they're so resilient. These guys are some Dendrobium spectabiles. There's 2 of them, and you can see this massive new growth here that I haven't decided if I'm going to try to point spike up or just let him go. I think I've decided I'm going to let him go, just let him turn into like a big bush. But I actually got these guys from the Atlanta Botanical Gardens. They're just young plants, and they're doing amazing. God, I've got so many here I could go over. These guys are 3 of the same thing. They're Dendrobium alexandrae. Again, I got them from the Atlanta Botanical Gardens. They're doing amazing. They've got new growths on them. Doing fabulous. My plants from Mark for this month's drawing, the Dendrobiums. This is my Usite right here. He's growing up. He's filling this entire cage. Let me back up. Whoops. He's filling this entire cage and doing absolutely awesome. So, that's just kind of, I've got some more Dendrobiums up here, a little Cattleya. He's a no ID. All I know is he blooms orange and smells like pepper. He's amazing. And, just various things in throughout here. So I just wanted to share with you guys. I've missed you. This is another rescue Cattleya down here. He's doing kind of the same thing as that Dendrobium. This is a little terrarium I built for him. And he's actually in the process of putting on new roots and growth. So my Brassivola has new growth on it. It's doing amazing. You can kind of see it down here. This guy is just a beast. He loves to grow. But I just wanted to catch up with you guys and chat with you guys and show you a little bit of my happy place in the morning. I've got another room inside with cages, more cages than this. This is we call these the orchid cages. This is a small version of what's downstairs. And I've got my Miltoniopsis and a bunch of other plants downstairs that don't really tolerate the heat so well. So these are my guys. These are my happy places. Here's these were rescues too. My Cymbidiums were rescues, and they are actually sitting in water because it makes them very, very happy, I've noticed. So, this is kind of my setup for right now for the summertime, and I love you guys. I miss you guys. I can't wait to spend some time with you on social media in the next couple of days, because my regular business is getting back on track and back on plan. I mean, not back on plan, but schedule. You know, we're getting back into a regular schedule. The growing pains are slowing down, so I'm looking forward to spending more time with you guys. But thanks for hanging out with me this morning and with my orchids, and send me pictures, send me videos, show me what you guys do, show me your setups, show me your plants, talk to me about them, let me know what they are. So I love you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a big favor, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this with your friends, okay? Talk to you later. Bye.